Let's bring in Krish Sankar from Cowen to discuss where things will go from here. And I guess the biggest question for me, Krish, is whether or not a delay so soon after all the hype around a big launch for an iPhone could be more than just a delay in demand and make people realize, look, I didn't really need that big phone upgrade at all. And now the hype's passed and all the coverage in the press has passed. They might forget about needing an upgrade.
Yeah, Wilfred, thanks for having me first. It's a very good question. The two things I would say is that, yeah, clearly the supply chain issues are impacting everyone across the board, and that's put a dent in the expectations for the iPhones. I think the bigger question is, would consumers flip or delay purchase of an iPhone? I would actually say that, when I look at some of the smaller products like the wearables, like AirPods, there's definitely some demand that could probably get disrupted. But iPhone, I feel like there's still a pretty, well installed base that's like really solid with a churn that's extremely low, that I'd be really surprised if customers are going to either move from iPhone to Android. First, I doubt that's going to happen. And second, to your question, can they actually delay it? Which it's possible. I think it's possible. Like, you might actually have some delays in adoption, but I don't think that changes the thesis on the big run. It might be a quarter or two kind of volatility, but in the big scheme of things, I don't think it matters that much.
Is Apple getting enough credit for the continued surge in business in the services area? I think up another 26% to an all-time high. How big of a part of the story is that at this point?
Yeah, Sarah, I think it's a good question. The only thing I would say is that, listen, the service growth has been phenomenal, and we really love the business. I think it's a multiple enhancing portion of the Apple story. But the problem is, given where we are today, which is heading into calendar Q4, the busiest season for iPhones, obviously the focus is on the product side. But I think as we kind of get over this hump, beyond like the holiday season, I think the market is going to start looking more into the services. And typically the services shines in March and June quarter, when actually iPhone is actually lower. So I would probably say that the services do have to take a back seat this quarter, given that it is a seasonally strong period of the year for the product business.
$180 price target. Krish, thank you for joining us. Krish Sankar.